Good morning, sports fans. It's June 14th, Saturday morning. You're in the cheap seats on 96.3 FM and streaming live on the web at WLCNonline.com. I'm Scott Kirby, along with Jake, the furniture guy, Johnston. Good morning, Jake.
Good day.
Thanks for coming in today. Joe's on the road, going out to see his kid.
Is he actually on the road?
I don't know what he's doing.
No.
He's not
Maybe
here.
Train? Yeah.
Take all the way out there? Well.
Sunday.
Speaking of Sunday, I'd like to remind everybody the No Limits Monster Truck Summer Nationals at the Lincoln Speedway featuring Bigfoot with Raminator, Eliminator, Defender, Ghost Rider, and La Chica Loca. Pit parties at 4:30. Show starts at 6. Advance tickets, $18 for adult, $12 for children.
That's a hot ticket, man.
Yeah, 12 and under. For 12 and under, that's $12 for children and a free pit party.
I've had people call me. I'm telling them where I send them out to Beck's to buy them, I guess, is where I've been.
Yeah, Beck's, Lincoln IGA, Jim Examus Ford are the places in Lincoln. You can get them at Calm Creek Cafe in Mount Pulaski, Slacker's Bar and Grill in New Holland, and Mason City IGA in Mason City.
Nice.
So if you want tickets, I'm sure it's going to be a pretty good turnout.
It's a good event for Lincoln, man. That's
and to have Bigfoot here.
And on Father's Day,
right?
you think of father-son moments or even father-daughter moments, going to something like that. That's something you don't forget too easily.
And if you want to go, we have two tickets, an adult ticket and a children's ticket that we're going to have a trivia for. Do you have a trivia question, Jake?
We'll give you the full seat, but you only need the edge.
That's right. You can win the full seat.
I'm efforting on the said question.
Okay, well, we'll have a question for you here later on in the show. A lot to talk about today. We are at the high school for the annual Lincoln Shootout, sponsored by Illinois National Guard. Had games yesterday, pool play. We're going to have Coach Alexander on here in a little bit, hopefully. Today's tournament play. Games start at 10. Last game, I think, is at 5:30. So if you want to see some good basketball, you want to see some future Railers, come on out to the high school. We've got 3 courts going here, and starting at 11:30, there will be games over at the Rec Center, which is new to the to this shootout, using part of the Rec Center to try to kind of, instead of teams sitting around waiting to play their next game, they'll go over there, they'll play a game, and then they'll be done. That's the losers brackets going over there to play. Yep. So who wants to sit around and wait to play? And
how nice is it to have the nice gym
yeah,
Rec has
absolutely
right next door to this place. So.
And they weren't even hesitant when Coach Al asked them to use the gyms, and it's absolutely so that's a good thing. It's $5 to get in. That's good for all day, both gyms. So get on out here, watch some good basketball. 32 teams in this.
Oh,
and this is Lincoln's big fundraiser for the year, and the money that they raise for this helps the kids throughout the years, and it helps support the basketball program. They're always getting new uniforms and stuff like that. Well, this stuff right here pays for that. So get on out here and support the Railers. Still thinking about that trivia?
Yeah, I'm working hard here. Hardly working. I think I might have something for you. Should we wait for the break to bring us up, or?
Well, let's go ahead and do it now, because these are hot tickets. I mean, it took, unless you want to let it brew a little bit.
No, we're good. I mean, what was the last year the San Antonio Spurs won a world championship?
Do you know the answer?
I've got it.
Oh, okay. The last time the San Antonio Spurs won a championship, call 737-3791, and you're going to win a pair of tickets, one adult ticket and one child ticket for the Lincoln Speedway No Limits Monster Truck Summer Nationals starring Bigfoot. So give us a call, 737-3791, with the answer to the last time the San Antonio Spurs won a championship.
Yep.
Should have been last year.
Should have been last year. I mean, it was
Ray Allen hit that 3 in the corner.
Ray Allen 3-pointer in the corner. Nobody saw coming.
Right.
They had everybody locked down except him, and you know what? He just proves how good of a shot he still is.
Yeah, he is. And this year, a little different story. The Spurs are 3-1 over Miami Heat.
Yep.
You go to Miami and take 2 games,
and convincingly.
That's pretty impressive. With 20-point wins.
Yeah, I mean, the first win out there, they put together probably one of the best first halves you could have possibly drawn up. I mean, they couldn't have missed anything. It was done to perfection. The entire game plan and the entire team worked it. And to be honest, he just had absolutely no answer.
No.
LeBron kept trying to do something for his team in the second half, but it was almost like he was taking it too much onto himself. He was trying to create everything on his own as opposed to getting his teammates involved, which is actually not his game. I mean, LeBron James is a guy that he likes to instigate the offense, but it's not directly through him. He likes to get a couple people moving, get them into the passing lanes, and then he can come off of his pass and be wide open a lot of times because he has such a quick first step, and then nobody's going to defend him if he gets anywhere near the rim. That guy is just tough. So the Spurs have played, to be honest, a great series. I think that Popovich has put together probably one of the best playoffs runs in quite a while, and he's just, I mean, that team's just unbelievable right now.
And on all honesty, they could have been over in 4 games. The Spurs should have won that game too.
Yeah.
They missed 4 crucial free throws. Parker missed 2, and Duncan missed 2.
Yep.
And right there, that's a 4-point swing. They only lose the game by 2 points. That could have put them up by, I think, 6 or 8.
I was going to say 8 at the time, yeah.
And that's a huge swing. But, they bounce back, take 2 games in Miami, and now it's going back to San Antonio.
I tell you what, honestly, Comic and I used to talk about this all the time. Playoff basketball is so much different in the NBA than the regular season. I mean, it's a completely different animal. The cream definitely rises to the top, but it's got me wondering, how would the Heat this year have contended in the West? If they were in the Western Division, how would they have held up? I mean, having a run, I mean, they look tired right now.
Right.
Having a run basically against, Oklahoma City, against Memphis, who just beat you to death, against the Clippers, against Portland. I mean, keep in mind, Portland was the best team in the NBA until slightly after the All-Star break.
Oh, absolutely.
And you can keep on going, San Antonio and Dallas. Dallas worked them. And Houston's so big now.
Right.
I mean, I wonder how, I don't even know if Miami would have been, I don't think they've even been in the conference finals.
You're right, and you say that, and you look how the Spurs, obviously they're in that conference, them being a little bit older, and they're holding up. I know Tony Parker's had his issues. Tim Duncan is how old?
93.
Yeah, he's been playing forever, but for that team to hold up as old as they are, Ginobili, Duncan, Parker, amazing. And they've got some younger kids that step in there. That big kid, can't think of his name right now, the big white guy. But he's he'll come in there and get you some minutes.
Well, the whole team, it's truly a team effort. It is definitely not a one-man show in any way, shape, or form. And, we were talking about that before the show. Is it a good thing or a bad thing for the NBA? I think there's 2 different arguments for that. A lot of people want the superstar. They want that guy that they can say, that's my jersey, I have his jersey, and they want that guy winning the championship. But then there's a lot of guys, especially with the Miami Heat, that say, hey, they bought this team. We don't like that. We'll take anybody to win this other than them. So it's, like I said, 2 different avenues on ways of thinking. But you have to respect the way Popovich has coached this team.
All right, we got Coach Alexander sitting with us right now. We'll hurry up and get him on, and he's got a busy day ahead of him, a busy day yesterday. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Thanks for taking a couple minutes to sit down with us. You got a big ordeal going on here today. Just explain to the listeners what exactly you're doing and what it's for.
Well, it's just a fundraiser, and it's also just to help our kids get better as players. We have 32 teams in here. Each team is guaranteed at least 5 games over a 2-day period. And we started yesterday with, we played 48 games yesterday, and we got a light day today. We only have 38. So it's something that goes on throughout the summer. Well, basically the month of June for the high school teams, and then you get into July, and most of the kids are playing AAU ball somewhere. So, it works out pretty well, and it's great for us. Brings people into our community and helps raise money and for us as well.
Not much of a break, which I'm sure you would take every year, Coach. Extending your season into March, and here it is just the 1st of June, and you're back at it again with a different squad. Yeah, you got a couple guys returning from the team last year, but you got some younger kids that are going to have to step up and fill some roles. How's the team looking so far? I know it's early in the summer, and right now you're just kind of working on some things to see what you have, but how are they looking?
Well, I think for what we're doing and what we have right now, they're doing very well. They've got a lot of learning to do. We've got kids that are playing in positions that they haven't played, so we have to take and look at the overall picture when we get done here over the summer and be able to take and put the pieces together, and but right now they're playing exceptionally well, and we still have the good ball movement and everything. So we got the older guys trying to lead the younger guys, and they've got a lot of growing up to do, but I wish they could grow up
as
tall. Because we are a very, very small basketball team, so other than Gavin, and but I'm telling you, we've played in 3. This is our 3rd tournament. We finished in the Final 4 in the other 2, and we just ran out of gas in them. And on a given day, Normal West beat us last week, and that's our first opponent today. So that was after about 3 games last week. So it'll be interesting to see, being fresh, if that changes the the outcome of that. So. It's been a good tournament. Still got plenty of time. Come on out. We got a lot of games, and it's pretty special. It's a lot of basketball games. 4 games going on at a time, and they play on the hour, starting at 10 o'clock.
Now, this is your big fundraiser for the year to kind of provide the money for the necessities that you need through the season. I see you have an Illinois National Guard. This is their 2nd year sponsoring?
2nd year for the National Guard, and they've been an important part for us. They've done the things that really they come in here and they put up a booth. They help us we do have the national anthem, and the kids hold the flag, and it's pretty special. And for what those guys do for our country is something else. So, but they're out here trying to recruit as well as everyone else. So it's been a good day, and yesterday was a great day. Today, hopefully, it'll be even better.
And something new that you did this year, now we're using the rec. It kind of, we were talking earlier, it lets those teams that you don't have to sit around and wait for 4 or 5 hours before your next game. They can go over there, play, be done, and go home and enjoy the rest of their weekend.
Well, we had 32 teams, so we took 16 and brought 8 in and played 1 hour, and then brought another 8 in, and then just rotated them until they were done, and then we brought the second group in and done that. And coaches really like that. I know when I go somewhere, we've gone and even the week before we played at 10, 4, and 7. Yesterday we played at 10, 12, and 2, and we were done. And some teams played at 4, 6, and 8, but that's the timetable that we used, and the coaches really like that. And by using the rec today, the first round games, if they happen to lose, instead of sitting around for 5 hours before they get an opportunity to play again, 45 minutes, they'll go over to the rec, play their second game, and then they'll be done in the tournament. And then they've got the Saturday afternoon, Saturday night to do things.
Exactly. Jake, you got anything?
Well, I was going to say, man, this seems about the most relaxed I've seen Coach on a game day.
Well, he's too busy running around worrying about setting up.
You worry whether everybody got the schedule. You worry whether they're going to show up. And, it doesn't bother me, the team that doesn't show up, but the team that's here wanting a game to play, that bothers me.
Yeah.
But, yesterday, everyone showed up, and things rolled along really well. So We've got a bracket tournament today. It's posted on our website if you want to get on there and check things out.
How many teams again, did you say?
32.
32 teams. That's a great tournament.
So it's been a good tournament and everything. So we do have a lot of other things going on. Last week we started our fundamental basketball camp.
Yep.
We started on Wednesday and Thursday because of the late dismissal from school from some of our elementary programs. It has really forced our basketball camps back and late, and you know, this tournament is already set. The dates are already set for next year. So you know, we had to start our camp on Wednesday and Thursday, and then we'll be on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Also on Tuesday, hopefully our 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th graders, we have a draft for what we call our junior league, which plays 12 days starting the following week. And you know, we have draft there at 11:30 on Tuesday. So hopefully those guys will get out to the gym so we can get on a team. And it's still okay to come out, and you know, they can get registered and that there. And then, you know, our fundamental camp ends on Wednesday. Then our first day of our shooting camp is on Thursday. So it'll be an introductory day. It works out pretty well. We got one day to get it organized. The first day of camp is usually chaotic. So by doing that on Thursday, we'll do that Thursday, and then the following Monday through Thursday for 3 weeks, we'll have our shooting camp for 2 hours in the morning. So we still got a lot of basketball left, but after this tournament, we're halfway through our tournament season. We've only got 2 more weekends, and then our tournaments are done. And it just like Scott said earlier, by playing late into March, but I do it every year.
Yeah.
It really has run stuff together, and you know, really we got pushed back a couple weeks, or it would be on top of us sooner. So
I tell you, my nephew, he's in the camp you're talking about, and he went home the other night and ended up shooting baskets till about 9:30 at night with the lights on.
That's okay.
So yeah, my brother said I was going to make him stop, but he was on a streak of about 21 in a row, so I couldn't let him stop.
There you go. Never make them stop.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to get kids out of a gym, you know.
Oh, man.
But if you haven't registered and you're still interested in the shooting camp, it starts on Thursday at 8 o'clock in the morning. You can bring your registration form out then, or if you don't have a form, you can just come out and we'll take care of it here. So.
And what age groups? And that involve?
That starts with 5th graders through high school kids. So.
And girls
as well
participate.
You know, the fundamentals are the same. There's no games in it, so they're not competing. It's not games. It's just shooting, ball handling, and passing.
And Coach, we talked a little bit last week about a lot of these parents want to send their kids to these big, you know, university camps where, you know, you got 300 kids out there, but you're not getting the hands-on fundamentals like you would here. And, you know, we've got some of the best coaches around that know all the fundamentals to the game of basketball. So, you know, that's something that they really need to consider, bringing them out here and not just the big university camps just because of the name.
Yeah, you know, they do. And, you know, now those are basically, back when I was working those camps, there's a lot of fun to work, and I think they were pretty good. You would go in Sunday afternoon and you'd get picked up on Friday. Now you go in on Monday and you're picked up on Thursday, and the price is more than double what it was. So you could pay anywhere from $300 to $400 to $500 for those type of camps. And like you said, all they do, they'll make sure you have a swimming pool to swim in, so you'll want to go back. They'll show you the campus, and you know, you don't get the fundamental work, and these things here are very good for us, and I think that's really helped us out. We've done our shooting camp now for approximately 7 or 8 years, and I think that now we're seeing the payoffs of what we're doing with it and everything.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for stopping in. I know we're getting ready to kick off the tournament. You got a lot of things probably to get set up still and get this thing kicked off. Thanks for coming on with us for a few minutes to let us know what's going on here today. And you're always looking for help for these things.
Oh, so, always. If you want to come out and help, we'd love to have you.
You run a clock or just kind of walk around and supervise things. He's always looking for help. So just give him a call, and we'll find something for you to do. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. Come back. We'll talk some some baseball, some hockey. I don't
Baseball,
know.
hockey.
You know, but
If that's what it takes.
that's right. Still have 2 tickets for the No Limits Monster Truck Summer Nationals. Trivia question. When's the last time the Spurs won a championship? Give us a call, 737-3791 to win those tickets. We'll be right back here in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 WLCNonline.com. Well, welcome back to the Cheap Seats.
And we're back.
96.3 FM and streaming on the web,
And that too.
24/7 all over the world. So, you know, if you're in China, you can listen to us.
Catch us on Pinterest, yo.
Yeah, we are on Pinterest. I just learned something new today, Jake. All of the videos and anything that 96.3 does, you can go to Pinterest and it's all categorized and you can watch whatever you want.
You can watch my lovely face.
Yes. Your mom said you have a face made for radio.
She ain't lying.
Yeah, so that's right. We still got these tickets.
Yeah.
These are going to be hot tickets. This is
Surprised nobody's called in on
this is a big thing. You know, you got Bigfoot. He started like
we just
40 years ago.
Maybe we don't have callers that actually know about the NBA. Is that a possibility?
That's a good possibility, and we're probably one of them. You know, we don't know a whole lot about the
I know a
NBA.
little bit.
We can make stuff
I
up.
can hold my own.
Yeah. What were you wanting to talk about off air? We were going to bring something up. We got 32 teams here.
32 teams and some star kids
We got teams
from the high school ranks
yeah.
here. I mean, they're going to be good college players here in the next year to 2 years. So, you know, if you have young kids out here, or even if you just like basketball, what a great weekend to catch some good high school basketball and kind of a different atmosphere than what you're used to.
I was just kind of going over some of the teams, Jake. We got Oakville, Missouri up. We got a caller here. Let's take this call. Hello, caller. You're on the air, 96.3 FM, Cheap Seats.
Yeah, I was the guy that talked a while ago about the way the athletes look anymore, especially in baseball and basketball, with hairdos and the lack of shaving and things like that. I just wonder what your opinion was on that, because one of the guys I umpired when he was a kid, probably one of the best high school ball players I ever had the honor of working with, and I'll be honest, he looks a little rough. He plays for the Nationals right now. I just kind of wonder what your opinion was on that stuff.
Well, as far as opinion on an adult, you know, they're, you know, obviously adults and they can do what they want, but yeah, you know, it does get a little out of control. After your call, we kind of talked a little bit off air. We didn't know if this was directed towards high schoolers or older kids, but you do see a lot more of that in high school, but it's more like your inner city schools. You're not going to see that stuff at Lincoln High School.
No.
If you're going to play basketball for Lincoln or any sport for that, you're going to be clean cut and you're not going to have tattoos. But you do see it a lot more. And the thing that,
can you imagine somebody coming in with a tattoo,
yeah,
showing off a tat in front of Coach Al? He'd be shaving that thing off with a sander.
now, yeah. But as far as I don't know, it is getting a little out of control. But some of these kids that you're seeing in high school, you have to be 18 to get a tattoo. Yeah. So are they getting their parents' consent to get these tattoos? And you know, so it comes down kind of, for the younger kids, a parenting issue. But as far as your major league players, you know, that's just I don't know.
I think it also kind of goes back to old Charles Barkley saying, "I'm not a role model."
Right.
You know, parents are supposed to be the role models. You know, and the problem is now, I mean, there's a whole bunch. You can go real in depth with this, but what the fact of the matter is, at home there's very few families that have extra time for their kids. Most of them are two-income families. I mean, I'd say the majority. There's a very small minority that is a one-income family that has extra time for their kids. You know, after school and whatnot, and promoting, you know, maybe not getting the tattoos or alternatives, or, you know, stuff that should be positive things in their lives.
Yeah,
I'm kind of with the caller. I'm not a big fan of the great big beards in the game, but it's also kind of, these players nowadays are trying to make their own identity to become seen. They are seen, but they're not an individual until they get this way. I mean, Jason Worth, if he's clean shaven and whatnot, trimmed hair and everything. Do you notice him? Can you pick him out in the crowd? I don't think you can.
You can't, but the thing I look at more than appearance is how you act off the court or off the field. If you're going to be a role model, it doesn't go so much to your appearance, but how you act as an individual. So, 20 years ago when Rodman was playing and he did his, the way he looked, him today, he just kind of fits in. I mean, you see Birdman on the Heat with what he looks like, and I don't really have an opinion for the professional sports because they're grown men. They're going to make their choice. But for the high schoolers to have these tattoos and just, they're going to have those the rest of their lives. And I don't know. So.
Well, let me interject on that a little bit because I appreciate 30 years and a lot of Central State Aid in Peoria and your inner city kids. A lot of that is you're right. The main thing they raise a family, and we don't see it anymore, is everybody eats supper together. And I got that answer from a 19-year-old kid. He thought that's what was wrong with people nowadays. Nobody sits down and has a meal together because everybody's on the run. But as far as the tattoo thing goes, you and I both know the inner city kids. They're easy to get anytime they want them. They get them from the neighbor kid. As far as hair and the beards and the unshaved, we're going back to Duncan Reed.
Oh yeah.
And remember that you couldn't put a comb in your hair when you put it to Duncan Reed.
Yeah, and we were talking off air, and one of our workers for 96.3, Josh Komnick, he showed up to a basketball practice or game, and Coach Al made him shave because he didn't shave, and he had to dry shave right there. So
actually, I believe the story was he actually used shampoo
to shave.
Yeah.
So and that's something that it makes a respectable program. When you come to a program that the kids look clean cut and they're very respective and
And keep in mind that was Josh Komnick, who at the time was considered, probably a superstar in high school basketball.
Right, and that goes to tell you that even though you're a good player and a superstar, you're not going to get away with
you're not getting
something.
A preview. Nope, not in this program.
Some people think, well, that's kind of petty, but that's how good programs are run. With discipline and rules. So we appreciate.
Yeah, the thing you have at Lincoln High School and you've had for several years is structure, and that's things that kids don't get a whole lot anymore.
Absolutely.
And Al and coaches in front of him, like I say, I'm going to put it back to Duncan Reed. They had structure, and if you didn't want to play the game the way they want to play, and you didn't want to present yourself in the way they wanted you to present, it's like Coach told me, hit the trailway and it leaves at 3:30.
Right.
Yep. That's at the bus.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just wanted to call and ask you about that because I see it filtering down into the high school sports with the beards and stuff, and I don't know.
And just to go a little further than that, you actually do see it now in some junior high kids. I've seen several junior high kids with tattoos, and it's just like, what are you doing? You're probably 13, 14 years old and you're already tattooed up, and that's just right there. It goes back to just how you're brought up and things like that. So you really don't want to see that because they're going to have that the rest of their lives.
True, and they're not quite to the age where they can make a decision for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
So
all right, well, thanks for calling in.
You bet, and tell Josh have a good one.
Well, we will. Thanks.
Okay, goodbye.
All right, we need to take another commercial break. It's already 20 till 10, so let's take another break, and we'll be back. We'll wrap it up with some baseball talk, and we still have these tickets. So call in 737-3791 if you want to win some tickets to the No Limits Monster Truck Summer Nationals. The trivia question was, when was the last time the Spurs won a championship?
Yeah.
And if you don't know the answer, just call in. We'll give you the answer and these tickets. You got it. Everybody has Google. Get on your smartphone and type it in.
Yeah, well, let's call this
We don't care.
Back. He needs some monster truck tickets.
Right.
We'll send him.
And
a free ride in Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
We'll give you the full ticket for the full seat, but you only need bid. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM, streaming live on the web, 24/7, WLCNonline.com. We are back. Snuck one in on us there. You're in the cheap seats, 96.3 FM, WLCNonline.com.
That crazy Paula, she's such a kidder.
She's sneaky. And we are at the high school getting ready to tip off the 2014 Lincoln Illinois National Guard Summer Shootout. National Guard just showed up here and got some kind of...
Oh, yeah, this is a little basketball.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I'll school you on
We're going
this.
to take the Humvee for a cruise, you know.
Yep.
See if they'll let us have the keys.
Yeah, we could have a little shootout. Who did I beat last year? Was it Komnick or was it Verderber? One of them.
Oh. Well, last year, this time of year, I was on the river canoeing, so I missed it.
Attaboy.
So,
Priorities.
Now my priorities are here, you know. So,
Giving away these monster truck tickets for Sunday.
hey, if you want these tickets, just call us and say, hey, we listen to 96.3 FM, and we'll give you these tickets. It's going to be a great time. Be a good Father's Day present, you know, free.
For Sunday.
For Sundays, rain or shine. It's supposed to be a nice day. Bigfoot's there.
Or Raminator.
The Raminator and La Chica Loca.
Yeah, your favorite Ghost Rider.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. That's a pretty hot ticket. What are they, about $20 a piece at the gate?
Right.
If I'm thinking right?
Yeah, at the gate. So, but these are free. From our hand to yours.
Wow.
You know? Today's show is brought to you by Joe Ryan Country Financial, located on Pulaski Street in historic downtown Lincoln. If you want to phone Joe, 217-735-4385. I'm not really sure of his office hours.
And not really sure and what he's doing.
Yeah. And
I mean, he's supposed to be here, but
well, he's got other...
There is no here, but that's a here or there question. But
yeah,
he's got priorities.
He does. Join us next Saturday. We'll be at the Christian Village in the library on the second floor of the Congregate Building at 1507 7th Street in Lincoln.
Where they'll have nachos.
They will?
I have no idea.
I've never seen nachos there.
I just thought it'd be.
But speaking of what we will have, we'll have coffee, we'll have pastries, we'll have bagels, and all that is deflating.
And we're down.
Yep. That's got a hole in it.
You got to put the hoop up before you air it up.
But I'd like to thank the Hampton Inn for sponsoring the coffee, the bagels, the pastries, which they supply.
The pastries are gone.
Well,
they're gone.
Coach Al walked through.
Yeah, he did.
About 4 or 5 times.
He made that his right there.
That's all right. He does a lot for us, and we thank him for coming on. And you know, he eats up a half a show there. I mean, we need to bring him on every week. It makes our jobs a lot easier.
Coach Al show.
Coach Al show. Yeah, I don't think he'd really like that, but
no, probably not.
We got about 13 minutes. NHL playoffs are over.
Dude, that was a fun ending to a season, a game. I'm not a hockey fan, but I tuned in.
You're becoming one. Whenever you tune in to a game that you really don't care about, you're becoming a fan. You're interested.
Yeah, I don't know if I could pick a team, though. I don't know if I could pick a team and say, yeah, that's my team. You know, I'm at that point. But I tell you what, last night that was kind of fun. LA knocking off New York. You know, what was it? Double overtime. Little chip going down the ice.
Yeah, it's, you know, just like that. The Rangers' season's over, and the Kings are your Stanley Cup champs.
And I tell you what, that goalie was just from the Rangers, just sitting there like, what just happened? You know?
And he's one of the elite goalies in the league. You know, he's pretty solid. And on the other side, Jonathan Quick, he's one of the elite as well.
That's
you know?
exactly right.
And you know, this is the second Stanley Cup in 3 years for the Kings. It seems like it's between them and the Blackhawks
and
the past several years.
At the conference finals in the West, there's the Blackhawks and them right there. I mean, and you know, if you're a St. Louis Blues fan, the Blues were right there at the end too, with the Blackhawks in the playoffs. So
and that's a team to look out for.
I tell you, they're right there, man. I mean, they kind of came up this year. Last year they were quite a bit better. This year they were, I would say, one of the elite teams in all the NFL. NHL.
I know what you meant,
man. You can follow me. I said I wasn't much of a hockey fan.
Well, you're a football fan.
Well, I do enjoy the pigskin.
And that's right around the corner. I'm pretty excited about that.
And the big tournament down there in Brazil with the actual football. little soccer action.
Are you
kicking off?
Do you pay any attention to that?
I really don't, but I'm not gonna lie. If you had a chance the other night to tune in, and I'm talking, you could have tuned in at about 2 o'clock in the morning and watching some of the stuff they got going on down there in Brazil. You want to talk about a place you want to be right now. That looks like one of the biggest parties in the world. I mean, it is unbelievable what they got going on down there. They built, to give you an idea, they built stadiums in towns about the size of Elkhart. Full soccer stadiums holding 100,000 people. They will never use them for any other event. They have no idea whether they're going to have to more than likely knock it down after these are over. They'll probably wait for 5 or 10 years, try to do something with them. There's absolutely nothing they can do with these stadiums, but they built them just for this big World Cup.
Where at in Brazil is it? Is it Rio de Janeiro?
To be honest, it's
because that's where the Olympics are at.
It's different towns. It's in different areas. Okay. And like I said, they built these stadiums specifically for this event. I mean, they're soccer stadiums, and they have no use for them. You know, it's just this. So,
well, I mean,
it's how big an event it is.
Soccer's,
it's for Rio, or for Brazil. So.
It's bigger down there.
It's huge.
Their soccer is like our football, and vice versa. And it's, that's what they do.
Oh yeah, I mean, and the World Cup is. I mean, that is the Super Bowl. I mean, I know you get lots of different games. There's pool match, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. But that is their Super Bowl, and their crowds are completely into it. I mean,
sometimes it gets a little violent.
It gets violent in there, kind of like our NFL games. If the Bears are losing, then it's usually not pretty at a Bears game. So
it's very, very true. What else? So what's going on in the sports nation? Baseball.
My beloved Cardinals starting to play some decent baseball, starting to hit a little more consistently, and our pitching has been absolutely outstanding. Last night,
Lynn threw a gem.
Yeah, last night Lance Lynn was just unbelievable. Last time out, Chevy Miller was good. Jaime Garcia's been pitching really well. Wainwright, he actually has a little twinge in his elbow. They say it's tendonitis. They're going to give him skip a start with him, which probably isn't a bad thing. They could probably miss 1 or 2 with him right now to give him a little bit of a break towards the end of the year. Mm-hmm. He throws a lot of innings per start, or a lot of pitches per start, and give him a little bit of a break and keep him fresh for the end of the year would be a good idea on the Redbirds.
Absolutely. And on the Cubs side, I tell you, they've been playing some decent ball. Swept the Mets, should have swept the Marlins, beat the Phillies last night. Got some good young pitching as well going along. Our problem right now is we don't have any middle relief. We don't have any closer. And once we get to those later innings, that's when we fall off. And we've lost several games, 8th and 9th inning, because we don't have that setup guy. We don't have that closer. A lot of young kids in the minors right now playing that Chris Bryant. That dude he's the real deal. He's got like 22 home runs, batting I think 400. Yeah. It's incredible. But will they bring him up in September? Don't know. He's in AA right now, so you would think the next step would be AAA.
I was going to say, it's a big step from AA to the pros,
right.
Especially as a hitter.
Yeah.
You can dominate in AA and AAA, come up to the pros and struggle.
Right.
Well, Colton Wong, he dominated the last couple of years in the minor leagues. He comes up to the pros, and he really, really fell in some hard times there right at the beginning. The Cardinals actually sent him back down. He got a little more confidence, came back up, let that confidence roll, and he was the player of the month.
Player of the month. So yeah, it takes time to develop because each stage is a little better. So that's why people don't understand why they don't bring up these young kids right away. Well, it's a process. You don't hit your peak in baseball till you're about 24, 25?
I'd say 26. 26? Actually 26, 28 in that time frame. But yeah, absolutely.
So you don't want to bring a kid up too soon, and in baseball, it's a lot of mental. It's a lot of mental where it carries over. So you get their confidence built up and bring them up step by step.
And baseball, unlike basketball, is a game of failure. I mean, you're only going to hit if you're a stud. you're only going to get one hit out of 3.
Yep.
You know, and you're hoping for something to happen when you make that contact, when you get that hit. You know, you're hoping for doubles, home runs, whatnot. But it's a game of failures. You got to come up and be ready and accepting failure before you're going to be any good.
Let's see, what else we got going? The big sports world. You know, it's almost just all baseball now with the hockey being over. Basketball's probably going to be over tomorrow, I would assume, back in San Antonio.
Yeah.
But you know, football, I know it's a little too soon, but here in about a month, training camps will start.
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Well, that's sooner than I thought. I'm pretty excited for football, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree. And there's already, you know, all the Atlanta Falcons, their number one linebacker's already out for this, or at least, what is it? Out for the year. Yeah, ACL.
Achilles.
Yeah.
Tore his Achilles, out for the year.
Funny thing was, he was jogging with the medical staff.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're going to get hurt, you're going to get hurt. It doesn't matter if you're playing football, you're playing basketball, baseball, running.
Yep.
You know, climbing up some stairs. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yep.
And there's nothing you can do to prevent it. And, you know, that's just the way it is. And, you know,
good basketball going on out here today, too.
Get on out here. You young kids, get out here and watch these kids play. You know, we got 2 games going on in the main gym right now.
Yep.
2 games in the back. And here in about an hour and a half, we'll be at the rec. So there is some good basketball going on. And
you going to be helping out today?
I'll be at the rec.
Okay.
I'll be supervising that gym. And a lot of big names here. Oakville, Missouri, they're here. We play them down in the Collinsville tournament.
I was going to say, I thought I heard that name.
Highland. When we got teams from down by St. Louis, teams from up Chicago. We got some smaller schools. Williamsville, Mount Zion's here.
That's a good experience for teams like that.
Absolutely.
Too, man.
Centennial, Champaign Centennial, Alton. You know, for those the smaller schools to see competition like you play in the older schools.
Oh, yeah.
When you play schools at your own division, it's just going to slow down a little bit. You know.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to, you know, be able to, I don't know, be more physical and react, I guess.
Some of these kids that are playing right now on this court, there's some good shooting kids out here, man. They're fun to watch.
Yeah, it's, you know.
This would be a good experience for younger kids to get out here and watch the action going on. Because, I mean, you can watch multiple courts at the same time if you want. You know, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. And they have concessions out here. They're going to be firing up the grill. They may already have it fired up. They've got pork chop sandwiches, brats, hot dogs, you know. So come on out, watch some basketball.
We got a couple kids getting a little shootout here at the National Guard. Shootout.
National Guard is here. If you want to join the National Guard, get on out here. We got a recruiter out here. Be all you can be.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
This service announcement brought to you by Scott Kirby.
The National Guard. Be all you can be. And I'm being all I can be right now. And that's about. We still don't have any callers for these tickets.
I'll take them.
They're yours. If nobody calls, we've got 4 minutes. Well, you won't even be here. You're going to be in Indy.
I'll be in Indy.
So
right. I'll find somebody to give them to.
Well, we can find somebody to give them to. And you know, maybe everybody's out doing yard work right now. It's a great day to be outside.
Sunday. Tomorrow is Father's Day. I don't know if you know that or not.
Tomorrow is Father's Day.
Plans?
We're going to have a little cookout at our house.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to this thing. I'm going to the Monster Truck Summer Nationals.
Oh, yeah, you are.
You know. Because, you know, back in my day, Bigfoot, he was the man.
Reign supreme.
He's the one that got it all started.
Didn't like Bigfoot.
No?
No. It's a Ford. Me no lack of a Ford.
Oh, well.
Then. Sorry, Jim Xavier.
Yeah.
This apology brought to you by Jake's Furnishings.
Yeah. They're going to bring your furniture back for a... I think we got a caller here. Yeah, let's see.
And we're back.
Yeah, go ahead, caller.
Hey, I got a kid here that might want those tickets. Can he still get them?
Yep. You know the answer to the trivia?
You said he didn't even need to know.
Do they need to know it? I can look it up real quick.
No. Go ahead and guess, though. Give us a guess.
Well, you didn't even know the question?
That'd be 2 years in a row, or 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. Anybody there? You there?
Caller?
Yeah.
Okay. What year do you think the Spurs won last? Can you guess?
He can just hung up on us. Oh, no.
No, he didn't hang up on us.
I don't even know the answer to this.
Come on, Junior Mom, and you got this.
Okay.
Don't let your dad look it up for
We're
you.
trying.
No, just guess. Just throw us out a guess. Throw us out a year.
You're going to get these tickets no matter what.
Yep.
Because you're the only one that's called. So throw something out there. 1990,
2000.
2007.
There you go.
2007.
Yes, good
Yep.
job. You're the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can pick these tickets up at.
Go ahead and pick them up at Jake's Furnishings at 1100 Woodlawn Road, Lincoln, Illinois. That's right. You will provide
Where
you
do
with
you
the
pick
full
up the
tickets
tickets?
at Jake's Furnishings.
Pick them up at
I
Jake's.
think you've been there.
But you gotta get them today because Jake's not open tomorrow. So go up there, get those tickets today at Jake's. He'll have them there probably 10:30.
They'll be there probably by 10:15 actually.
Okay, 10:15. Go pick those up.
I don't know where to pick them.
Can you pick them up out at Jake's?
I don't know what you're saying.
Hey, you know what? He don't know.
He don't know where you live. These tickets will be at Jake's Furnishings. Pick them up there anytime today. What time you close?
5.
5. Your dad knows where Jake's
My
is at.
name's Brooke,
No,
and I like the Gravedigger,
no.
and
I'm just gonna say no.
All right, well, thanks for calling, buddy. Well, our show's going to wrap up, and congratulations. We'll see you out at
Okay,
the
bye.
Speedway tomorrow, all right?
Thanks, guys.
You bet.
Thanks,
We'll
man.
see you.
I tell you what, his son cleans up on this show.
Well, I tell you,
we need to give away like some.
it's a good thing we don't
You know what we need
have
to
a
give away?
30-day.
You know what we need to give away? We need to get somebody to
couch.
no, we need to give away like a set of youth gloves for football.
Okay.
You know, we need to get somebody to sponsor that. Probably Jake's Furnishings.
Jake's.
But
Put Jake's Furnishings on
there
there.
you go.
Or when they do this, have it say Jake's Furnishings.
Yeah,
There we go. That's a good idea.
I like that.
All right. Well, hey, it's 10 o'clock. Our show's over.
Done.
Done. You're getting ready to have a little weekend away with your family. Sounds like a good
Presidential
time.
trip.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's awesome. And I'm going to be out here watching some basketball. So if you guys want to see some good basketball, come out to the high school. It's only $5 for a whole day. You'll see
Now,
some really
does
good
the
teams.
$5 include the rec?
The rec, yeah.
So it includes both. You can go
Includes
either
both,
way.
yeah.
Okay.
So if you're at the rec, though, it's not good because that means you lost.
Yeah.
And-
Well, I mean, you might be just following a team that you like one of their players or something.
Absolutely.
You know, nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah. So hopefully we don't see Lincoln at the rec.
No. Wow,
So-
man, there's a lot of games. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
This is a great event, man.
Well, that's going to do it for us on the cheap seats. Next week, we're going to be at the Christian Village. You
Yeah.
want to be with us next week?
I'm going to say yeah.
That's up in the air. And I'm sure Joe will be back, so
Maybe.
we'll have all kinds of knowledge then. So thanks for listening. This is the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM and streaming live on the web, WLCNonline.com.
Go!